It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And we've got the incomparable Travis Kelce.
It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Chiefs and the Niners. Next.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Chiefs in this matchup. They think they can run the football in this one, but there's a group on the other sideline that thinks otherwise.
Yeah, it's always intriguing when you pit an offense against a defense. It seems like they can cancel each other out. We've got a top 5 rushing offense against a top 5 defense. So a lot of times it comes down to execution and maybe a little bit of that, what coaches call want to.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Time to get our first look at one of the star faces of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City offense. Really the gold standard among NFL offenses since he became the starter in 2018.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Right to the air is Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. 6 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Charles, we've seen some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself. I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep, Ray McLeod. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. 49ers offense trots out for their first series, and they're led by the 3rd overall pick for the 2021 draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
Wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And the officials. It looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Ready, go.
And Lance now to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
What's the deal, y'all? Let's go, boys! Once again, we got to get it done as a group.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Getting dropped behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
Before you go 3-0 in your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. Mahomes now to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Oh, good move. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And he's He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Jerick McKinnon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Ready.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Lance. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Niners at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. First down, here's Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Lance's throw into the hands of Turner. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Lance looking to throw it. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. George Karlaftis. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Well, good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now Lance going to throw. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The kick by Golden is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. An inside give to Jones. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
He has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Going across the middle, and Valdez-Scantling has it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Burton. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mike Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots, if I remember correctly. And they've won a few in the years following. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath. Settle down. And
there he goes, left side. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. And now here comes Kansas City. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. For years, this matchup, the Chiefs and 49ers, would have been known as the Joe Montana game. And these being the 2 teams that Montana played for in his Hall of Fame career. But now, of course, it's a Super Bowl rematch. Super Bowl 54 in Miami. That game won by the Chiefs 31-20 with that furious 4th quarter comeback to win their 2nd Lombardi trophy. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down carry by Jones. And some room to work. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster, a 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Mahomes. The quick slant caught, and in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. And his throw here's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Hardman on the return. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start out west at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it's the Chargers who have the lead with that game getting close to halftime. Justin Herbert with a touchdown pass. Let's stay in the AFC West as we check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Former number 2 pick Zach Wilson with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the desert. Let's check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. James Conner, a touchdown run in the victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for KC. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Niners, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Another run with Mitchell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Come on, set.
Shotgun now for Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now Lance on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 16-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And again, it's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And I believe that that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
There on the stop was Leo Chanel. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
Here's Lance to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Here's Hardman to return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They'll go again to Jones. They find some open field here. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 36-yard line. 128 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Toss play to McKinnon. And he's got some space here. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far, but let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Davis Price up the middle. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of meat.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Try the right side with Mitchell. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And Lance now to throw. Turner's got it on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. On play action, Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Lance looking to throw it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. George Karlaftis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Ronald Jones, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Here we go.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a play fake. Lance. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And this offense on third down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right? And
this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
205 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Again, it's Jones. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And some space here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, 77 yards. And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now Gold for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On second down, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, here's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Chiefs, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.
It's Week 8 of the 2022 season, and we'll see the versatile Deebo Samuel. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the 49ers and the Rams. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And no alley-oop foul. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams offense out there, just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. On first down, they'll start out with Akers to the 22-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Akers. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. Now here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Down.
Running left, here's Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. A little football 1-on-1 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they've watched the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter. Because he has such great skills, you want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. Nifty move. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. 1st down and goal to go.
Stafford now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
A 23-yard attempt.
The Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Davis Price on 1st and 10. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills. Yep. And, guys either slapping at the ball
lost it there. Big fumble. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's Stafford. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Rams have moved out in front. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Play action. Now it's Lance. And the grab by Croft. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still third down.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
Ready, go!
Now Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Lance going to sneak it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Niners at 3-4 on the year coming into play. If they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W, they have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up on that last play. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And now they'll throw with Lance. That's complete left side to Gray. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. From the gun, it's Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Throwing on first down is Lance. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive ends right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On 2nd and goal, Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Lance. The quick slant caught. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel from 6 yards away. And the Niners have regained the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass, pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And he'll be out right at the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Clock continuing to roll as the Rams trying to get going again.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Throwing again is Stafford.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, Stafford here.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
2nd and 11 now. Here's Lance to throw it. Screen play, setting it up for Mitchell.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Lance looking to throw it. Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Again, it's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We start up in the Pacific Northwest. The New York Football Giants making the long trip to take on Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams Approach halftime. DK Metcalf up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. From there, we take the long trek eastward to Tampa, check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Tom Brady leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Drive starts with a give to Mitchell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The first and 5. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. And Lance now to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
He'll buy some time right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. Ooh, the juke. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead here this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. To throw, it's Lance. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Stafford. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Touchdown, LA! Van Jefferson, 49 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gay is on for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground until about the 23.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Akers. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points, because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, here's Davis Price. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Lance now on 1st down. And this pass caught by Gray. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st down, Lance. And that one incomplete.
They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lance going to throw. That's over the middle. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete to the tight end, Higbee. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm. One told me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time here. Lance. Right side, and he finds Gray. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd down and 7. From midfield, here's Lance. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at the 20.
He starts with a give to Akers.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he'll get this up over the 25 and the 26. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
McLeod to return it. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
So Lance and the Niners down by 16. 1:45 to play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they've certainly had trouble blocking this defense through 3.5 quarters. So I expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
And Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go.
And they'll go for it. Lance got his target, Samuel. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Play action, now it's Lance.
And he fires one incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Again, it's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And Lance will try again on second down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Lance to throw for it on fourth down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Los Angeles, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year.